Hello and welcome to another Wargame Red Dragon video with me, Bubblebox. And today I'm not playing this game. In fact, Silver Raptor sent me this replay and asked me to do a commentary on it. He said it was a good close battle. He's playing with Folly Topo, and I've played with Silver Raptor and Folly Topo before, of course, and Silver Raptor has some input onto the videos and my channel, of course, and they're playing against a team called Magic Stalker and Striker 9. So I'm going to play this, but I'm going to leave things open so that we can see all the units on the map and try to sort of do more of a commentary on the overall game. So Silver Raptor is playing with a West German deck and Folly Topo with a Blue Dragon deck, I believe, and the two opposition, Magic and Striker, are both playing with an East German, sorry, not an East German, an Eastern Bloc coalition deck, which is the Polish, the Czechs and the East Germans, of course. So let's have a quick look at what they're starting out with. First of all, I'll sort of show it from Folly Topo and Silver's point of view, but end rather, but I will show that, leave all the units on so you can see what's kind of happening on the map. Although you of course will have to be aware that they can't all see each other's units, of course. Now, first of all, Silver, it looks like he's heading up to the right hand side, and he's also sending a few units up to probably secure Delta as well, and he's pinged up to here on the right hand side. He's taking in some of the nice Kylers. The Kylers with their decent-ish kind of gun. Armor is okay, but what they do have is this lovely autocannon. If they come up against any light armored vehicles or infantry, they can cut them down with their autocannon, which can also fire on the move. He's got 3 of those. He's also got a nice Leopard 1A4 with a I really like the Leopard, sorry, the 2A4. I really like the Leopard 2A4s. They're not as expensive as the 2A5, but they're still a very, very competent tank with very good armor, good accuracy and a good stabilizer and a decent AP power as well. And he's also got, and of course the only problem with the West German deck is their AA, not because it's not powerful, but because it's all radar AA. He's got a couple of flak panzers he's bringing out nice and early, and again, as I say, it's all radar, so he's going to have to be really careful not to lose these early on in the game to leave his tanks exposed. And he's also got a nice fast looks recon there, very good optics. Only 40 points, but with very good optics. It's fast and it's got a nice little auto cannon there that can shoot at ground units and helicopters and infantry as well. Now he's also sending a few units over towards the middle. He's got his Fuchs command. Again, these Fuchs are quite good because they're really fast as well. They get to places really, really quickly. They are an old favourite of mine from the previous Wargame series like European Escalation and Airland Battle as well. They're a really nice, fast unit. And he's also bringing in some infantry. Looks like these are, I'm not sure what infantry they are, of course, don't know, can't see them, but in these really cheap trucks of death, as we call them. Another couple of flak panzers, a flak panzer Gepard, and also a more basic, very basic in fact, little flak panzer which you get in, I believe these come in the vehicles tab. These are not radar, so he could put these in front of his radar, maybe that's what he's thinking. He's got a couple of those. They're not that effective, but they are very, very cheap and can act as a bit of a shield perhaps for his radar guided flak panzers, Gepards. Then he's got some more infantry. He's got some Nanastan Shikis here containing some ATGM units, again really cheap trucks, bringing everything, and the old LVTP 7 with some infantry in as well. Oh, hold on, that's Folly Topo, isn't it? Sorry, my apologies. That's Folly Topo bringing in the Nanshikis. He, of course, is of the Blue Dragons deck. Sorry about that. LVTPs. These really nice K1. I really like these tanks. A nice medium tank with decent armor, a nice gun, good all-round gun, and a couple of machine guns in case they come up against any infantry as well. The nice Fiat recon for 45 points. A very good optics recon with a frag grenade launcher and a auto cannon as well. Very nice unit. And of course the Hawk Pip does belong to Folly Topo. It is radar guided again needs to be a bit careful, and he's got a little gun tank at the back there for a bit of extra AA, still radar guided, both keeping their fobs. Folly Topo with, looks like, who's leaving? Looks like Folly Topo's leaving his command back. He's also taking command. He'll be heading up on the left hand side with some closed arrows. These are pretty okay units as well. With the ranges let them down a little bit, but they're like the American Avengers a little bit. They can fire on the move. Range is a bit short, but they fire quite quickly, fire on the move, and their accuracy is very good as well. Then he's got some more Nanashikis with some anti-air units, LVTPs with some units in, and more Nanashikis with ATGM, another K1, and a couple more trucks with frag grenade launchers with infantry in there. So he'll be heading up the left, and him and Silver both heading down the middle, and Silver heading up the right-hand side. Now the enemy have both got their Eastern Bloc decks, so they're going to be having a range of units. I quite like the Eastern Bloc deck, which plays well. We've got Magic Shulker. Looks like he's, I don't know whether they might even be on TeamSpeak. Probably they are, because, oh no, they have marks. So Striker's going up that side. Although the other, and he's going in the middle, and looks like the other guy is probably going over to Foxtrot, perhaps. I'm not sure. We'll see when the game starts. But he's got a little command there. He's got these MI2 URP Jinausks. I don't know how you pronounce that. And these, I don't really put these in my deck, but they're okay because they only cost 40 points. You get some ATGM. You get an all-round attack chopper with Strelas, Malyutkas, ATGMs, and also a little cannon to fight off any helicopters or ground units that get too close. It's not the most effective weapon in the world because of the accuracy isn't brilliant, but if you want to bring a cheap chopper in at the start which can do pretty much everything, then this is the chopper to bring in, I guess. And it's going along with some recon. Personally, whether I'd choose this or not, it's quite expensive. The strength of only 4. It has got exceptional optics, but the speed is also very, very low. And then he's got a couple of MI8Ts with infantry. Don't know what the infantry are until they drop off. Again, the MI4T, I probably would have paid a little bit more and gone for the ones with the rocket pods, which can do damage to armoured vehicles, whereas these will only be able to shoot at infantry, not at any armoured vehicles they come across. He's got the MI8T with his command vehicle, though, which has got rocket pods. Okay, then we've got a Tajishka, however you pronounce that. So just one, with a little mortar, can do a lot of damage, I'm not sure, but it's got the Strop 2s. Now I like the Strop 2s. They are non-radar. They've got a good range against helicopters. Not the most accurate things in the world, although their Iglas are fairly accurate, but they do have to get a little bit closer to use the Iglas. I do like the Strop 2s. And he's got some T55s, which have got some nice long range ATGM units, so the Kylers had better watch out for these if they come in range. Again, only 65 points. The armor is quite weak on these, lets them down a little bit perhaps, but those ATGMs with the long units, as long as they don't get too close to the enemy, could do them some good. And they are a prototype, of course. And then we've got Striker over here, and he's gone for some basic kind of infantry carrying vehicles with little guns on, which are okay. Yeah, they're 15 points. I mean, I tend to go to, if I'm going along the ground, quite cheap stuff if it's just bringing in AA units and stuff. But, you know, they're usable, I guess. The Vidras, I think, are a little bit better. They can shoot at helicopters as well if they drive towards a helicopter and try and get some shots off at it. It's got a couple of those. With some like fast support units and some ATGMs. And then he's got OTC, again gone with the Malyutkas, which the accuracy not fantastic, but they've got a little KPVT gun as well, with a couple of those, with a couple of recon in, and his command flak. These are kind of the East Germans kind of Tunguska type weapon, quite a nice weapon there. And then he's got the Salamandra Recon, which has got some Kokon missiles, so if it spots anything, it can have a pop at them. Got nice AP power and a decent accuracy on those things, so they could do quite well. Quite an expensive chopper. He's also gone a couple of attack choppers back here as well. More Kokon missiles with Fire and Forget Molinukas, I've even pronounced that. With a stabilizer as well, which can shoot at helicopters and at aeroplanes. And a little attack chopper there with a rocket pod, and it's got some units in those too. So looks like they're going quite air, so let's get this game underway and we'll see what happens. Oops, I'm still on times 10. Let's get that down to times 1, I think, or this game is going to be over in 5 minutes. Okay, and let's crack on. Okay, so the Kylers are heading up. Now these choppers are going to reach Foxtrot probably before, and in fact it looks like Silver Raptor is really going for this middle area to secure Delta first. This Ninja is going to spot these Salamandras and the salamanders are going to spot the ninja. And the question is, who will win that battle? The ninjas are taking shots at salamanders. He needs to get his ATG. Oh, he's pulled back the ninja. He's pulled back the ninja, in fact, just to save it, which is a good move because you don't want to be wasting your recon choppers. And he just needs to bring up his anti-air. So they have got quite a nice position up here. Got some units nice and forward. They've taken their Bravo as well. Silver Raptor and Folly Topo are here in Delta. Now then, first battle, Silver Raptor needs to get his Gepards firing on those choppers. The choppers have come really deep, actually. They should have expected that. Come really deep into Foxtrot. Now, if he can get these unloaded, he'll be in a nice little position here in Foxtrot because he'll have some units here and he'll be able to reinforce his area in the north. So he's managed to get his Leica Picotas out into the south of this town. And Silver Raptor did bring his Flak Panzers. These Flak Panzers can be really, really good against infantry. I know at the moment he's still trying to attack the choppers. But these Picotas are decent close quarters combat and have got a little... Oh, I lost that there. Sorry about that. And they've got a little sort of AP powered ATGM type unit there. Heat rockets, in fact. So the Flak Panzer has just pulling back. It's a little bit damaged. He's got his looks attacking the Strop, but there is a T-55 straight behind that Strop, which takes out his little looks recon. He has got himself a Leopard forward, a Kyler. He's got his Flak Panzer into position, and his other Flak Panzer, he's just pulling that back because it's a little bit damaged, and he's bringing in some infantry to try and take out these infantry in the south of Foxtrot. He's got his Kylers, his Leopard there, and he's got a couple more Flaks just coming up to cover the left-hand side. Now, meanwhile, so they've got nice control of Delta. It's a pretty, and although they have got Foxtrot at the moment, although they're a bit short, are the red team on units in Foxtrot. These T-55s are shooting, and there's something, what's that? Oh, that's his mortar, which is a little bit dangerous, mortaring from the position where the command is, but that's what he's doing. Getting one mortar, it's not going to do a lot of damage against a Leopard 2A4, but these T-55 M2s might do if they can get in range and get some shots off on those tanks. Now, meanwhile, on the left, you can see that Striker for the red team has actually managed to get his LSTRs, and again, I like these as well. These are nice East German infantry because they've got Iglas for anti-air and they've got a nice ATGM heat rockets. He's got a couple of them. Now, they're not going to be very good against infantry if he rushes in with infantry, but maybe he doesn't know exactly what's in there. We've got these nice recon units here as well, which of course will got close quarters combat machine guns and his little bit of flak there, just protecting his units. But so Folly has not quite managed to get into Alpha as yet. He is sending forward his Habyung 90s, and it looks like something's been spotted over here. Oh, they've spotted, Silver Raptor must have spotted the command. He knows there's a command there now, so he's put the attack marker there, or he might just be saying attack the mortars, of course. But in the meantime, these Habyung 90s have come in, but this attack chopper has spotted them with its nice rocket pod and has taken them out, and immediately Folly comes forward with his closed arrow, which gets taken out by the Mi-24P with the COCOM missiles and a KFV as well, although that attack chopper took a big hit as well from the anti-air and is very damaged, and Folly is now trying to bring his SAM up to try and finish that off, although these LSTRs are just coming that side just to try to cover that. The Nan San Shiki has been taken out as well by these heat rockets from the LSTR, but the SAM manages to take out that chopper, although then gets taken out itself. And now Folly is trying to get these Sochong Su-85s, 20 of them, over to attack these LSTRs, and if he manages it, then they should be able to deal with them, I would have thought. We'll soon see who wins this battle out. It's 18. Oh, actually, he's getting taken out. He's only using one of his weapons at the moment, and he's just gonna, he's trying to run into the building. He's gonna get taken out. What a shame. Now he's still okay. We've still got a couple of shoe mats in there. He needs to get his K1 back, which he's doing. And looks like Silver Raptor's had a little bit of a battle in the middle. And on this side, his infantry have arrived. Hemiaschützen, which aren't the best infantry in the world, but he's got a lot of them. And he's got a Lux here backing up with its autocannon. So the autocannon can see these. He's got some Jaegers. Jaegers are better. Again, still no close quarters combat machine gun, but these are Hemiaschützen. Very cheap units, taking some fire from the Leica Picotas, and the Jaegers should be able to do some damage. But you can see Magic brings in an MI4T with its little machine gun, which might be able to suppress the Jaegers a little bit as they attack the Picotas in these buildings. And the Hemiaschützen nearly destroyed, although I can see another Fuchs Milan with a bunch of more units coming out. Looks like the chopper's been taken out by the Jaegers. The Lux is nearly actually out of ammo. Look at that, 630 shots it's used. It's now moving it forward because he must have moved it, and it'll be moving forward to try and use its machine gun on these Leica Picotas. We've got to be careful because of these heat rockets that they contain. Might take that out, although it's been stunned by the artillery, I think. But the Fuchs Milans are coming in now with their load of infantry. There's a MiG-25 RFB with its bombs going for the Lux by the looks of it. It's been by the looks of it, but it's been, he did spot it, did Silver, but just didn't manage to get it out in time. We've got some Volksgrim Jaeger 90s, a much better unit here. So close quarters machine gun and the works, so that should be able to deal with the rest of these infantry, especially with a little Fuchs here to back it up if they put units in there. So the Jaegers are nearly out, but these Volksgrim Jaeger 90s should be able to finish those guys off quite easily. So we'll leave them to do their work. Has brought in some more units here. What this guy really needs to do, what I would do, is fill these buildings with infantry. If you fill these buildings with infantry and maybe put some ATGM units or a nice little tank on the corner here, this command is going to be fairly well protected. At the moment, he's losing the battle here, though, although it has kind of, you know, hopefully when Silver gets this under control, he can get a command in there to neutralise Foxtrot. Right, because at the moment, although Silver Raptor and Foley are, well, actually they're just slightly behind. They're also behind in getting points, so they're up against it a little bit. Foley hasn't panicked. What a lot of players do, you see, if they lose a few units at the start, they'll kind of just keep pushing forward and lose everything. But he's actually managed to sort of consolidate his position a little bit. He's got Silver's Flak Panzer protecting his units there. He's got he's got his K1 there. He's dropped off a few infantry. They are trying to get around the side, around the flanks a little bit. And on this map, it's got huge flanks. You've got to be really careful. And what's this? Folitope is bringing in a ninja to the right-hand side, perhaps to take out this MI8. Though he does need to bolster his units on the right. He's got some Habian 90s, which are quite nice. Maybe they've seen these. I don't think they've seen these LSTR 80s. I'm not sure. He's got some AA units coming in. The K1's getting attacked by some, was it from the Salamandra? I'm not sure, but he's just pulling that back nicely, and he's got his command sitting there ready. Now, meanwhile, there's some the units that this guy brought in. He's pushed all the way down this road. He was obviously trying to reinforce here, but he's bumped straight into these tanks, and the Kyler, which can fire with its main cannon and its autocannon, takes them out nicely. And now Silver Raptor's pushed forward a little bit with his Kyler here in the north as well, but he's run straight into the ATGMs of this Ganowski, how do you pronounce that, and unfortunately it got taken out. It looks like he's lost a Flak Panzer here as well, which I missed, but he's bringing in a couple more to replace to keep his anti-air units up a little bit. So it looks like they're just edge. It's no ones at the moment. It's still 900 against 845 points. And but they do have a slight advantage. Oh, bombers coming in. Looks like they're bombing the tanks and also bombing the town as well. So the Kylers took a bit of a hit, not done them too much damage. And it looks like, I don't know whether that didn't drop or is that, oh, it might be a fighter actually. I didn't actually look closely. So Silver Raptor bringing in some anti-air infantry, just plonk over into Foxtrot. Hopefully he'll bring a command. In fact, Folitopo is bringing his command across to put into Foxtrot, which will help them a little bit. So if we have just a quick look to see what people can see. So they can see only one of their units, and the Reds can see absolutely nothing. So recon wise, not too brilliant for either team at the moment. So a little bit of cat and mouse at this stage of the game. Looks like Silver's doing a bit of a move across to try and get his tanks maybe just to clear out here. And he's sending his little 5-point trucks of death forward just to cover his tanks and to see what there is here. Now there is a BMPT. Now they have dropped their infantry, which was a quick reaction. I don't think they lost too much there. They've dropped their motor shoots out. And now they're going to do what they should have done in the first place, which is put them into here. And that Bombu has landed. And and he's had to pull back his command, which means that for temporarily, probably for a moment, Silver Raptor, there's an SU-25K attacking the Leopards and taking it down and taking it out. The flak Gepards are attacking the Su-25, but it manages to get out. I think there's another rocket. No, it gets taken out. What hit that? I missed it. Oh, it's a KF-16C, which was brought in by Folitopo with this lovely Amran missiles. And there's an Su-22 there following up, but it doesn't get onto the scene quite quick enough. So this guy here, Magic, trying to get his command back into position. And he has managed to drop off quite a lot of infantry. Not a lot of AA there at the moment. He's bringing in a Salamandra for a bit. And his T-55 shooting at this Leopard 2. And he's going to get a side shot with its big... Yes! Oh! That's a big hit, actually. Yeah, these T-55s, remember, they've got those big, long-range 80 GM missiles. And got a side shot on that 1A4 and took it out. Whew. So you can see that Silver Raptor is also having to manage his flak panzers or flak Gepards. Quite difficult for him to do so. And at the moment you can see his radars off. And you can see when those planes flew over, they were on. So he's having to manage them on and off because there is a seaplane flying around here trying to take out those flak panzers. And it makes it difficult when playing the West Germans when you've got the enemy flying their seaplanes around and about because you've only got radar AA really that's decent. Now the Kyler autocannon is now having a pop at this Mi-4T that's trying to sneak around the side and managed to take one of them out, and he managed to get his command onto Foxtrot and neutralise it. And the Ganowski immediately coming in, spotting the Kyler, and Silver Raptor just pulls it back just a little bit, so that missile's going to miss. And in fact, it's shooting at the Fuchs Milan, which is still in vision. And Silver's trying to just micro his... Oh, MiG-29 coming in. And it's got to be careful if Silver can turn his flak panzers on. Yep, they're on. And they're firing. Just managed to get that on in time. And does the MiG-29 some damage, but it's just... Oh no, the Ninja's taking it out. Very nice. Folitopo's Ninja sitting back there took it out. And there's a couple of bombers coming in over here. Looks like Folitopo's been pushed back a little bit over here. I haven't been watching. And Striker comes in with a bomber. Folitopo tries to move out his recon, which immediately gets attacked by their recon and just drops their bomb. And that plane... Does he take it out? I think he took that out with his own. So a bit of payback there for Folitopo. And it's still shooting at the Su-22. It's chasing it. It's got one more missile off and gives it a nice bit of damage, but doesn't quite take it out. And then their anti-air, their air superiority fighters then come out. But yeah, they've got to be careful because they're going to come across the flak panzers again, but they do turn. Oh, he's bringing out these nice Neuers, whatever they're called. We call them Newcastles because I just think of Newcastle when I see them. Really nice anti-air pieces for the Polish. Again, they are radar guided, so you've got to be a little bit careful. But look at that range against, look at that range against planes at 4,500 with an accuracy of 65%. And yeah, they can do planes some real damage, those things. So you've got to be careful. 90 points, they are expensive, but they're very, very good. And he's bringing up another tank with an 80 GM attached to it as well. And he's managing to keep hold of the north of Foxtrot as Silver Raptor builds up his forces. Got to be careful with this flak panzer here, stuck out in the open, although its radar is off. And that Fuchs Milan's going to get hit again. It is spotted by the looks of it, I think. We'll just have a quick check on that. Yeah, it is visible, as are a couple of his things. Got to be a little bit careful there as he starts to move forward his infantry. Meanwhile, Folitopo on this side, he's got pushed back a little bit, but he's got nice units up here to stop them flanking, but he just needs to bolster his units here in the middle. In fact, Silver Raptor looks like he's bringing a Kyler up. What have we got left here? We've got a KF, which is a little bit in the open. He's got some Sochong 85s in there and in there. Not a lot of anti-air there at the moment, so i've got to be careful. Although coming from their air spawn on that side, then they're fairly covered with the flak panzers. Now there's a push going on in the middle here. The Jaegers are taking the brunt of it with these things. These recon units are pretty decent, and they should be able to take out those Jaegers, which they do. Got nice close quarters combat machine guns. A lot of people do overlook recon infantry as infantry in their own right, but they can be very, very good. But look, flak panzers are going to cut them down. The flak panzers are amazing against infantry and are going to cut these guys right down to 0. Takes them out. Very nice. Saves the day there with his flak panzers. They are running out of fuel though. He's got to be a little bit careful of that seaplane making another appearance. And also, oh, it needs to stun this or it's going to get taken out. He's still going forward. Still going forward. Got to be really careful. Doesn't want to lose 2 more flak panzers if he can help it. I think he's after the infantry more than anything else, trying to push their infantry back, and he stops. It's probably a good move to stop there. In fact, he had to stop because it ran out of fuel. So there you go. Meanwhile, it looks like Folly Topo is building up a little bit of strength here, stopping them from getting anywhere near his command at least. Now, Silver Raptor did bring a Kyler forward, and it looks pretty damaged now. So it looks like it's been hit by the 80 GMs of this T-72. Who's just moving forward. There's a K1 here from Folly Topo. Now, who's going to win this battle? The T-72, 95 points, 80 GMs, and the K1. Oh, the K1's already been hit by an 80 GM, so he advisedly pulls it back. Hopefully it won't get hit again. Oh. Now that K1 really needs to get a shot off. No, he's pulled it back out of range. That's probably a good move just to save that K1. Right, so all the excitement that's going on. And looks like there's a single mortar here, still firing away. Probably hasn't killed anything yet on its own there. And Silver Raptor's got some logistics trucks over here just to buff up his units a little bit. These flak panzers, this is an interesting situation here. I mean, if they could send over a big bomber to take these out, then they could rush through those trees. But of course they don't know what he's got and what he hasn't got there. But anyway, Folly Topo bringing out more anti-air infantry. He is a bit short on anti-air. He's a bit short on anti-air over here. He's got 2 SAMs here. That's about it for air-wise. So at the moment, score-wise, Folly Topo and Silver Raptor have managed to build a bit of a lead. But you can see the enemy is still getting... Are they getting more points? Yep, they've got 3 regions. So they are still getting more points. And it looks like they're bringing out the artillery now. Wandavas and these BM-27s, which are going to start pounding. Looks like Delta. They're hunting. They're hunting for the command by the looks of it. And if they go down to 1 command, they'll be getting hardly any points. So got to be really careful here. It's on a bit of a knife edge, this game at the moment. Let's have a little drink. So they've obviously gone, rather than spending money on more units, they've gone for some artillery to try and break down the stalemate. Now, Silver Raptor and Folly Topo haven't brought out any artillery as yet. But that Ondava is hunting as well. And let's put a defense marker up there as Folly on this Fuchs Fufu, because it has been hit and it is damaged. You've got to be pretty careful. I need to get that repaired up quite soon. Now in the meantime, Silver Raptor looks like he's probing forward. He doesn't like to sit still as Silver Raptor. He likes to just probe forward, and with his Volscream Jaggers, and got one set of them taken out there. The Fuchs Milan here still getting hit. It's in a difficult position here. It's not really kind of doing anything, but it's kind of a little bit exposed, and he does manage to pull it back as the Ondava pounds that. So there's going to be a lot of moving around needing to be done, a lot of micromanagement from Silver Raptor and Folly Topo now that the enemy have brought all that artillery in, if they're to try and stay in this game. So if they sit still too much, they're going to get everything destroyed by the artillery. Although they're not bringing any more in. They are bringing in some more recon. And it looks like they're trying to. They're either bringing these in to bolster here, which they've got quite a lot of infantry in there already, or they're going to try and flank now. We've got a Flak Panzer Gepard here. It's just a matter of whether they're going to be spotted. Now we've got the Ninja back here. It could have been better perhaps pushing it up to this region, and it might spot them. But the Flak Panzer Gepards have spotted these Mi-84s, and they open up again. Flak Panzer's doing a lovely job. Again, he is microing them on and off. But they do spot it. They use one. That's a nice bit of micromanagement. Then pull them back. Save them to fight another day. But Silver Raptor here now is a little bit thin on the ground. They've got a T-72, they've got BMP-2, and all we've got is a small group of infantry, a Flak Panzer, and a couple of Milans that are a bit damaged already. Now, again, Magic has run straight into that Flak Panzer, and he knew it was there because these two he managed to micro them out, and then he brought in his recon to the same position. So that was a bit of a mistake there. He knew the Flak Panzer was there, should have probably brought in his seed plane to try and take that out before he sent his recon chopper forward at least. Now they've unloaded their infantry right back here for some reason, not sure why. Oh, and we've got, oh, that's just his mortar. They don't like these Fuchs Milans, do they? They really want them dead. So he's mortaring them now. What's going on over here? Hope I've missed anything. It looks a little bit as it were, although I think there's been a push here, which I probably missed because the enemy were in this tree line before, and now it looks like Silver Raptor's got his Kyler and his Leopard in there, and Folly Topo has managed to push some infantry and is getting his Shumats forward. So they've got a little bit of gained a little bit of ground there, and there's also a cargo resupplying this Fufu as well. So looks like they're not using their artillery too much. They probably want to be continuously losing it. They're not moving it either, which is a dangerous game to play, because if Silver Raptor and Folly Topo get any artillery out, they'll be able to just counter arty and destroy their artillery. But you can see AP powered artillery, which is what they're using to try and hunt down the commands. There's an MI-24P with its nice COCOM missiles hanging around. He's got to learn his lesson because there are Flak Panzers around, so that's what he's got to be careful of. And he's getting really close to this Kyler. Oh, sorry, Flak Panzer. Oh no, I thought it was a Flak Panzer, it's a Kyler, so no, he's okay there. He's okay there. Now there's some attack markers going up here, so what's he going to do? He hasn't got a lot of units, unless he's brought in some artillery. No, he hasn't brought in any artillery, so I'm not sure why he's putting the attack marker up there. Now the artillery is away again. See where these BM25s. He's got two sets of BM27s out now. He's firing them. He's firing. It looks like he's firing them all on the same area. Looks like they're going for the Delta CV. They're going to try and find it anyway. Firing the same region again. They're all firing. They obviously think it's in here. And it's going to get damaged. It's already on half health. If one more of them hits, it's on 1 health. If one of them hits close, it's going to die. And they moved it. Okay, they've moved it. So they are now down to just 1 region where they're getting points from. That was close. They nearly lost that command. They need to get it buffed up as fast as possible and get it back to a slightly different position in Delta. So the enemy probably think they've destroyed it, but they haven't. But it was a nice artillery hit, and they're probably going to load up and try again. They are still bringing in units. They're still getting more points than Silver Raptor and Folly Topo, although Silver Raptor and Folly Topo are still keeping their lead. More T-72s with ATGMs, some more recon down there as well. We've got these infantry, these Pakotas, which are okay. They're not the best infantry, but they're okay. They have got close quarters machine guns, so they'll be okay if they come up close to infantry, but they've got to be careful of this Flak Panzer, which, as you know, can cut down infantry in a second. Silver Raptor has got his recon here, so I'm not sure if you can see these guys. Can't see them yet, but they're going to be spotted, I think, quite shortly. I'm ignoring Folly Topo a little bit over here. Oh, let's put it back to neutrals. My apologies. But he is kind of building up his forces. They have pushed forward a little bit more. They've got recon over into this little tree line now, so they're gradually pushing forward. But you can see the line of defences on both sides is pretty good, so it's quite difficult to get things forward. Now he's spotted. He's spotted them. He's bringing forward the Flak Panzer Gepard. Let's just check out what he can see. Oh, he's lost them now, but he's definitely spotted them. There, he just spotted them again. And there they are. And the Flak Panzer are going to open up. And unless they can get an ATG heat rocket off really quickly, they just get stunned, and then you can see they get taken out by the Flak Panzer. Nice play with the Flak Panzers there by Silver, as his recon go off hunting for the other unit, and the Flak Panzer just moves it a little bit. After you fire these Flak Panzers, you need to move them because they're going to get artillery straight away. And as I say that, the Ondava opens up. Oh, you know, it's not firing at that, it's firing at something else. What's it spotted? Is it trying to... oh, did it spot these tanks? Oh, LTSR right at the back here. They've managed to get that LTSR, which was here at the beginning of the game. They've walked it all the way back around to Echo. They've managed to get the Fuchs Fufu back in position, but they need to get these cargo trucks and buff it up in case another BM-27 is shot in. Now, I don't know if this guy can see these tanks. I think he probably can. Let's have a look. So yes, that's why they're artillerying those tanks, because they can see them through this LTSR, which has turned its weapons off so it doesn't get spotted. Smart move there. And oops, let's put it back onto neutral. They're just very, very lucky, I think, Silver Raptor and Folly Topo, that this command isn't in view. Because if they got that taken out at Echo, then they really would be in trouble. But this LTSR, although it can see the tanks, as a Su-22 anti-radar plane comes in, and I think it just took out one of Silver Raptor's Flak Panzer Gepards. But yeah, if they could see this command, they can obviously see the tanks. If they could see the command, they'd take that out immediately. So they just can't see it, which is a bit of a... would have made an interesting finish to the game, as they are in the lead, but down to 1 point. They've had brought the Fuchs Fufu. And they are, you know, they're on shaky ground. Although this Lux has come in and it can spotted these LSTRs now. He opens up the missiles straight away. And he's just going to try and take out that Lux, but he's going to get... is he going to get damaged too much? Yeah, it's stunned now, so he's had it. And immediately you can see that Foley moves the command just in case it has been spotted. And immediately that happens, the BM-27s open up. Now, are they going to be firing on the base this time, or are they going back for Delta? If they spotted this, they're going to go for the base. They are, I think they are going for the base, are they? Yeah, they're hitting the base now with the armor-piercing rockets. And where are they going to land? Oh, they're landing right where he's sent his unit. And it's already down in health. In fact, he's just microed it to the right, and he's just going to miss all of these armor-piercing rockets that are coming down on top of the base. So that was, well, a lucky or a nice or a lucky move by Folly Topo. But again, down to half health. The Fuchs Fuji, they need to get them buffed up to full health as a priority if they're going to stand a chance of winning this game. So, this guy is building up. He's got some ATGM units on here now, as well as his BMPT-2s and a nice anti-air unit over on the side there. And he's managed to sneak a T-72M around here. Now, what Silver Raptors... don't know if he knows that that's there or whether he thinks it's infantry. But if that gets into range, that T-72, it's going to get taken out. So it's got to be really careful. The Leopard's shooting at these Conkers. The T-72 is going to shoot at the Gepard. If it doesn't get stunned, it's going to take that Gepard out, no problem. If it can get a shot, is it going to get a shot off? Yep, takes out the Gepard. Oh, something's gone missing here. Did he lose the tank as well? I'm not sure. Oh, and they are artillerying these positions here. The Panzer Grenadiers. He moves his Kyler out into the open. He's got to be careful because those Conkers are just going to take it out. It's going to get side-shotted. It missed. He needs to back it up. Going to get another shot off, surely. Those Panzer Grenadiers getting pummeled by the artillery, and the Kyler goes down there. It's a little bit of a loss for Silver Raptor there on the right hand side. Bit of a shame as he brings a Dornier here just to try and scout out what's going on. And we've got Folly Topo making a little move with the Habyong 90s. It's attacking this recon squad, although there is an Mi-17 with its rocket pods. Could take out those Habyong 90s. Yep. Takes them out nicely. There's a K1 going forward there. Oh, he's got to be really careful. Pull that back. Pull it back. He's trying to take out that recon. That Mi-17. He's going to take out that K1 surely. He's got some SAMs there shooting. I didn't realise he's got some SAMs taken. In fact, the Mi-7's run out of rockets. So the K1 is kind of okay to move forward, but he just pulls it back now Don't get in range of these commandoses, because one shot from their RPGs and they'll go down. He's also moving up with some Soshong Su-85s and a KFV, just trying to hunt down this recon squad. It's all going off. I don't think anything's going to happen over on the right just for a second until Silver Raptor builds up a little bit. He's managed to save most of his Panzer Grenadiers, in fact. There's still some artillery going in, just trying to keep him at bay there. And the KFV managed to take out the Kafva, managed to take out those recon infantry at last. Needs to get his Sam into cover. Now the Fufu is still on 1 health, and they really... Oh, we've got more artillery coming in to the base. They're pounding slightly in the wrong position. They think the CV is in here somewhere, whereas it's actually over on the corner up here. So they've managed to miss again with their artillery. Silver Raptor's telling him to attack, but I can't see how he can attack with some simple infantry against Commandoses, Scots and a Salamandra sitting right in front of them. That would be most difficult. Yeah, Folly Topo's not really in a position to attack, I don't think, with all of this sitting here. In fact, they're more likely to attack than he is. In fact, they do. T-72 coming forward and some recon infantry coming forward, some nice recon infantry coming forward, and some artillery coming in to support as well. So at this stage, Folly Topo and Silver Raptor have just been pegged back a little bit, and they're looking a little bit thin on the ground compared to their red team, who have got a lot. It looks to me like they've got a lot more units on the map at the moment than Silver Raptor and Folly Topo. Now then, Soshong 85's got this tank here, which just gets a nice shot off there. Very, very nice. Just needs to get that into cover. Brings back his infantry. Brings in an 80, well, a gunship, and just marks it back as the flak panzers, or the Tunguskas as I call them, come forward. Gets that back nicely. Got his K1 into cover as the artillery continues to rain down, and that Fuchs is precarious. If that Fuchs gets taken out, I reckon they're going to lose the game, because they're just not going to get any points. Meanwhile, the enemy bringing in some more infantry on the right hand side here from Striker. What are these? Ah, at last he's bringing in a few more mortars. Did he lose that one? Has he still got that mortar? Well, he's still got... he's got 4 mortars here, which are starting to pound positions. And he's pounding these Panzer Grenadiers here. I don't know whether he spotted them, but he's pounding the right area, that's for sure. You can see they don't do a massive amount of damage. They kind of stun and shake the infantry. But if you're going to mortar an area, you really need to be sending something in immediately after the mortars have hit to take advantage of it. Because you can see they didn't really lose any health, really. They just got kind of shaken a little bit. So, what's going to happen next? It looks like Folly... was he moving forward there? I think he's just getting in a better position. I wouldn't put them out in the open because, I mean, how can he attack a rocket pod with infantry? I mean, he's being told by Silver Raptor to attack, and that is just suicide because, you know, they're just going to get cut down like that. You know, there's no way, unless these SAMs are in a better position to go forward. He just needs to pull them back and get some anti-air up there. And once he gets the anti-air, he can then go forward a little bit. Although, that has now run out of rockets, but there's an MI-8TV coming here with a fresh set of rockets and a full rocket pod. Looks like he lost one of these flak... oh no, he's put them together, the flak panzers here, so they can kind of move. Haven't seen any planes flying around just recently. Now he's brought his ninja up, which will be able to take out the Salamandra. If he can get a couple of nice shots off. He needs to get this rocket pod. And he is bringing the SAMs up now to try and take out these choppers. But he's got his ninja and he's got his SAMs. And it looks like the Commandoses are going back for some reason. Why didn't he leave them? Oh no, he's just getting in a different position. Now the ninja's got shot off. And he's gone for the right chopper, takes it out. This one's rocket pods are empty. So, well, he could move forward now maybe, but move forward where? He's got Commandos sitting here and Scott, so it looks like Silver Raptor's going to help him out a little bit with a couple of flak panzers. Cheap ones, not the expensive ones, the cheap ones. He keeps the expensive ones for himself, of course. Just kidding. But this artillery here now, these mortars, and he's got his Odavas firing away as well, and he's got some more howitzers type artillery there as well, so they're really going for the artillery in a big way. And is he going for the bomboos? He is going for the bomboos. I don't know whether they were spotted or whether he's just guessing there, but taking a couple of health points out, and they're continuing to fire. So again, worried, not taking a lot of points out, but he is moving them, which is wise to say the least. Now he's brought his AA unit a bit further down behind his tank, which is not a bad move. And he's trying to bring some infantry down towards this corner as well. Maybe he's thinking of doing an attack through here and trying to take out the command from the south of Foxtrot. But Folly and Silver still holding on to that 500 point lead as Folly continues to keep his air superiority fighter, brings his ninja back for a bit of resupply. Looks like the BM-27s are at it again. Where are they going to be firing this time? They're going for the base again, I think. Or are they going for Delta? Looks like they're going for the base. Difficult to tell. Yeah, I think they're going for the base, are they? Yeah. So again, they've picked the wrong spot. This command isn't there. It's over there in the corner. And I'm pleased to say that the Fuchs has been healthed up. Which makes things a little bit more stable. Right, the flak panzers, the cheap ones, are coming up to help out Foley on the left a little bit. The ninja's back fully with its infrared missiles, and he's going to take out that attack chopper, which has got nothing left in it. So I guess he's just leaving it there for a bit of recon, I'm not sure. Well, you might as well just go and kill that, mate. I'm sure you can see it. Oh, you can't see it. Wow, I would have thought you could see it from that distance. Where's the ninja? Exceptional optics. And you're telling me it can't see that helicopter? Seriously? Is that... That's not right, is it? Oh well. What do I know? So, T-72 versus Karashiki and a Twadi. There's another big tank coming in. 160 point tank and a T-72 and Commandos. This is a push here. This is a definite push. He's got a fair few units. He's got the Jaegers here, can shoot the Commandoses. But he hasn't got any armour. His armour's been taken out. Oh, he's got his little chopper here. It's got... Oh, he's had to pull it back because there's... What was shooting at it? I don't know what was shooting at it. I'm losing the plot here. But this is a big push actually. Twadi, T-72, Commandoses. Got some more infantry coming in. Oh, there's a Caillou Maru coming in on this side. That's a decent tank as well. 170 points, a big tank. And oh, it's shot their tanks right out there. Very, very nice move there by Folly Topo to bring this big beast out to do some damage to the enemy. Yeah, it's doing some serious damage, this thing. Serious damage. It's chasing down their flak now. Don't lose it, Foley. Don't go too mad. Yep, he's just stopped it there. He's just going to bring it back into cover, hopefully. Not leave it out there in the open. But that was a lifesaver there, that Caillou Shiki. And also got them a few points. Took down a couple of heavy tanks there. And he's managed to get a little bit of supply in here as well. He's got another Caillou Marishiki. I thought that had died, but he's still got that there. So he's going to buff that up to full health. So he's got two big tanks at the front, which is really going to prevent them from moving forward as they bring in a couple more T-72Ms. And some infantry. On this side, there's a push here on the left. Now it looks like they've been depleted a little bit, but they have managed to get through this area here. So we'll check out what's happening as there's some more stuff moving over here. Oh, so Folly Topo decided to have his own push now. Bit of a counter-offensive. So he's not gone in with the big guns. He's gone in with some smaller stuff. Marder 2s, Sochong 85s. There's some Conkers there, but they're nearly out of ammo. Just want to keep an eye on this side as well. Well, they're okay. Oh, wow. Look at all this lot down here from Silver Raptor. Leopards and Kylers and everything. Just protecting that flank. But Folly Topo's having a go. Silver Raptor's got a flak panzer. In fact, what's happening? The K1 here has been healthed up. That's moving forward. Infantry moving forward. The KO Maris are moving forward. There's an OT-64 here with Malyutkas, but they're not that accurate. It's been taken out anyway. These KO Marus have got huge armour, and they can take a smack in the face for sure. There's the other one sitting here. Just get that one forward. The mortars are coming in just to try to slow them down. But keep those big tanks. You can take this. If you send those big tanks over, you can take this. Although I know where all the enemy are, of course, but he doesn't. Let's have a quick look what he can see. Yeah, not a lot, to be honest. So he is pushing forward, and he's managed to get his infantry in this tree line. He's got his KF up there. He's got some infantry up here and a Marder. Don't leave that out in the open. He's got a closed arrow. He needs to get up into these trees. Don't leave that out in the open. He's bringing his SAMs up. Looks like he's put them in trucks ready to bring them forward. But there's lots of artillery coming in. Bombers coming in. Oh no, that's air superiority. Air superiority. Oh, anti-radar. Anti-radar. And his flak panzers are on at the moment. Got to be careful. That's not his flak panzer, is it? Well, he's turned them on. He's trying to take down this Su-25. In fact, Folly Topo's anti-air. Oh, MiG-29's trying to take out that KF-16C. Evac it. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, I got taken out. What a shame. Flak panzers can open up. Closed arrows can have some shots as well. Took one out. So a bit of a trade-off there. Folly did finally lose his air superiority fighter, which has been doing him so well in the whole game. But yeah, nice little trade-off of I wonder where all the aeroplanes have gone, and then they all appeared. So a nice little push, a nice skirmish, and then the planes came out, and they've just moved forward a little bit, but you can see there's still a lot of units to try and get through. And as they do their bit of counter-attacking now, they've got their Scots with their little weapons firing away. They've got Commandoses, although they've been stunned. They've got a few more very depleted Commandoses. They've got this thing, which I'm not sure, he's got a grenade launcher. Firing away as well, bringing his T-72M from the left side. Now we have got these Kayushikis. Get them into range, should be able to take them out. And more armor-piercing artillery coming in, but they're in the wrong place to get the command. Here on the right-hand side, Motoshukun. And just in time, he's going to bring in these Fuchsmilans with a fresh set of infantry. This guy nearly did it here. And he's pushed his tanks across from the left-hand side. They were sitting in this tree line. He's brought them all forward now just to cut off this attack on the right-hand side. There's lots of mortars coming in. They shouldn't do too much damage to those tanks. What have we got here? A couple of bombers coming in. Need to get these flak panzers on. These flak panzers are on. No fighter coming out this time. Here comes the bomber. Here comes the bomber. Where's it going to drop? Flak panzers are on now. And I think they're going to miss. Yeah, they've missed. And the flak panzers should be able to take that out, surely. Yeah, nice. On this side, those two C-72s have disappeared, so maybe the Kayumaru Shiki took them, I'm not sure. There's more anti-radar coming in, hunting for those flak panzers. This one's got his guns. Oh no, that's the cheap one. It's not radar, which won't kill them, but might scare them off. Yeah, it does scare them off. Look, they've evac'd. So they're bringing in a lot of planes now, and they're also losing quite a lot of planes as well. So Silver Raptors managed to get a couple more units of infantry into these buildings, and he's pushing up with his Leopard 2s, but bumps into all these infantry here and pulls them back. Looks like he's lost a couple of Kylers. Flak Panzer's coming in. That's an air superiority fighter. Really deep. Why he went that deep I don't know, but it's going to get taken out surely. He's evacing now, but there's a fighter there from Foley. Takes out their air superiority fighter. Yeah, so it looks like he lost a couple of his Kylers. And he's put in his ATGM chopper there for some reason. Not sure why that's so far forward. And in fact, Silver Raptor decided to go forward with his infantry here rather than leave them back there. Looks like he's trying to do a little bit of an assault into this building. And Foley has managed to get into this region. I didn't realise that, but he's pushed forward again. Again, they're thick on the ground here, so whether they can push forward. They've got quite a nice lead now, and the enemy have got to be panicking because they've only got 3 minutes left. So that's probably why they're just bringing everything in now. So it looks like a bomber coming in, followed by a couple of anti-radar, trying to get his flak panzers. He turns his flak panzers on, and one gets taken out there by the anti-radar, and the other one gets a hit but manages to stay alive. And they take a few more planes out. But yeah, Silver Raptor's pushing forward now. He's got this grenade, this gun on this Nanao Yon, firing at these recon units as his infantry are getting depleted. But, you know, they're doing their best, and this thing is firing away with its rocket pods and its Vulcan gun, which fires a hell of a rate. And he's bringing his tanks forward. Just whether these infantry can keep sight and not die. That's another. Why is that going so deep? That's an air superiority fighter going really deep. I just don't think they're bothered anymore, to be honest. And there goes the anti-air. He's still got some infantry left, and with all the support he might actually do this, even though he's got only 4 infantry pieces left. Oh, got to be careful. Folly Topo, he's going to get a shot from that Nuka thing, which misses. He's going to get another one off, and misses. Wow, that was lucky. Commandoses burst through the middle as well, but they're going to probably get taken out by that Marder 2. Not sure. They're stunned, so they're in trouble. Meanwhile, Foley has Silver has managed to get his Habium 90s into here, but he's bumped into a bunch of Motor Schultzen. But more Marders are on the way, full of more infantry. But the Lux has managed to sneak around there, take out the command, and shame you can't see that Newcastle thing because he'd take that out straight away. And there's another bomb. Oh no, it's more anti-radar. I'm not sure if it took anything out. Don't think it did. And Folly Topo bringing some more units forward. Just trying to take out these Commandoses. And there's fighters from Folly Topo attacking the Su-22. And the net new got some shots off again. It's going to get another one. It goes down eventually. There it goes. Oh, what a shame. More bombers coming in. Stunned. There's no more anti-air. Oh, he's got another one. Silver Raptor this time. Takes it out. Very nice. Commandoses still just do not want to die. They're still coming forward. And more... I just think they've almost given up. They're just throwing their aircraft forward for some reason. Not sure what that was doing there. It's going to get shot at by the ninja. It's stunned. Is there going to be an anti-airplane come out? No, not this time. Silver Raptor's Marder 2 with the rest of the infantry coming in. Should be able to take out these motor shoots and mop up there, which gives him complete control of Foxtrot now. They're going to get stunned very quickly. They're stunned. Should be able to mop them up now. There we go. Down to 1. I'm not sure what that was, but there we go. They're dead. So, and that, my friends, is where it ended. So I think the enemy, did they give up? Yeah, the enemy just gave up at the end there. But pretty intense game there. Really nice game to commentate on. It was an interesting game because although Folly Topo and Silver Raptor for most of the game, apart from the first kind of 10 minutes, had most the advantage in points gained, that is, in kills. The enemy had the big advantage in the amount of points and amount of units they were bringing on the map. And I think that's what made it so interesting, because Folly Topo and Silver Raptor probably slightly edged it, like tactically and on the, you know, being the slightly better players. But because they didn't have the ground at the start, they weren't getting the points, and the enemy were getting lots more units. So it was a bit of a to and fro for most of the game, made it really interesting. Nice use of lots of different types of units: infantry, tanks, the flak panzers with their radar, trying to turn them on and off, lots of planes coming in, bombers, seed planes, superiority fighters. This game had a little bit of everything, which I thought made it quite a nice, interesting commentary. I hope you enjoyed it as well. The next game will probably have me in it. For, you know, if you do like this sort of thing, you know, me commentating on games, let me know. I could do a few more of them, I guess, as long as they're interesting and sort of to a particular point. And this one just showed lots of different units being used, you know, not by decent players, and used fairly well. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. Please do comment, like, and subscribe. Especially send me a comment. Just tell me what you think of these kind of things and stuff, so get a bit of interaction going. And I'll see you in the next one.